Hey folks, Quilly here, and welcome to another Dota 2 commentary. This is recorded post-game, but this is not from a replay, this is from first-person view. So here I am mid with Treant Protector. Now this game had a couple issues. First of all, no one went mid, so I was like, I guess I'll go mid. I did like the fact that, you know, I had my my quelling blade, my hatchet, and the shield. I thought, well, alright, I guess I could maybe do okay mid that way. I didn't have any potions, though. The whole thing ended up being very, very weird. On the other hand, I did put my first point into my E, my passive, and yeah, no one's got a courier either, because God, why would anyone ever have a courier in a public game? Anyway, yeah, I put my first point into my E, which is my passive that gives me a little extra armor and some health regen. And I thought, okay, maybe this will be okay. It was like, it was at a certain point, though, where I realized between not starting with any regen items and not having a courier, I might have had a really bad time mid. As it turns out, the person who went mid, playing the Enchantress, was Terabad. So you're going to see here, she mostly auto-attacks here and is not very good at the last hits or denies. Not that I'm great in any way whatsoever, but you're going to see it's a bit of a weakness here. There we go, another deny. Getting harassed there. It means I don't get the last hit or the deny, which is unfortunate. And yeah, I've got a bit of a health problem. The fact that I'm melee does kind of suck, but the Quelling Blade does mean that I have a large enough sort of auto-attack margin that I can mostly get the last hits if I'm in a position. And then I'm putting the other points in the W because I figured I probably wouldn't get a huge amount of, well, that's interesting, it even heals my minions. I wasn't 100% sure about that. I figured being in the middle here, the stealth capacity from my Q wouldn't be enough to really save me. If you're new to Dota 2, my Q ability makes me invisible so long as I'm close to a tree. And it's pretty short range. You'll see later when I get the ability, if I mouse over the Q, it'll show the radius, but it's pretty damn short. So I figured being right in the middle probably wouldn't help. Maybe as an escape mechanism, but again, by that point, I'm mostly going to be at my tower, so it wasn't going to be the end of the world. So I figured the W, being able to use it as a snare, a little bit of a damage, a little bit of a heal might come up if there's an actual sort of opportunity for a gank. But mostly I was just like, I'm going to get my E, take the passive health regen, and try to stay in lane as much as possible. Try to just soak up as much XP as I could, and not to mention get the last hits. And actually it worked not too bad. We actually had a fair amount of stealth in this game in general, and I think the fact that this is still the sort of low rankings on the beta, there's not a whole lot of understanding of the game. A lot of people getting into the beta don't really know what they're doing completely. All the characters have so much to say when there's a first blood. Because of all those factors, there doesn't seem to be a lot of awareness of how to cancel or counter stealth. We had a bounty hunter on our team, and on the other team they had Riku, right? So lots of stealth, plus I had the ability to stealth myself. But I don't think at any point a stealth attacking item came into play. Here, I think I'm still reading my abilities. How does this work? In Heroes of New Earth, there is a guy who's very similar to Treant Protector, but he is somewhat different. He can summon up minions, and he lays booby traps instead of having a snare and a passive. But the fact of the matter is, and I'd never played Treant Protector before. This is a single draft game. I just saw him on the list. I'm like, I vaguely know how to play this guy. Sure, that sounds like fun. I've got a great game-changing ultimate, a big AoE snare thing. It's like, yeah, this tends to work okay. I'll just play him. And it's actually went pretty well. I got a pretty good feel for the character pretty quickly. Again, didn't really know how to use his W at first. It's kind of interesting. It does it slow, a damage over time, and also heals like 3 allies within range or something for every tick of damage that it does. So that sounds really useful. I've got my ultimate now, and oh, that's right. I was on voice chat with the guy playing Omni Knight, who is Briarstone, who's been in a lot of my videos, and I said, hey, can you come mid for a second? I'm going to walk back to base, I'm going to buy some items like boots, and then I'm going to go gank a lane somewhere. So it sucks we didn't have a courier, and I think that I talked to Omni Knight, and I'd asked him next time he goes back to base, buy a courier, because I was going to buy, well, definitely boots and probably a town portal scroll here, and I'm not sure what else I pick up. Yeah, bracers are nice, but yeah, I definitely need that. Oh yeah, going at the magic wand would make a lot of sense here because I had a couple of the stat sticks. And I'm full up. Yeah, looks like I'm going to TP to bottom. I don't have my Q. I made a mistake there. I should have grabbed 1 rank in my Q by now to just set up something really good. But we've got Bounty Hunter down here, and he's pretty good at laying the beats. He comes in on stealth. I'm going to be kind of awkward walking in here, but yeah, we're going to be fine. Get off the Nope, the silencer silenced me a little bit, so I'm not able to get my ultimate off right away, but I had him snared and able to hold him down long enough, and Bounty Hunter gets fed the kill, which is perfect. I have no complaints about that whatsoever. If he gets fed, any stealth hero really in a pub game that gets fed is just going to run away with the game, more or less, just because people can't usually deal with something like that. In an organized game, it's entirely different. You have to play with a very different feel. And here I'm no longer trying to get the last hits exactly. I'm hoping the Bounty Hunter picks it up because I want him to carry things. My entire purpose later in the game is just to get off a good ultimate in a team fight. That's literally my entire job at that point. I don't know why I didn't auto attack there. But that was kind of a weird engagement altogether. Yeah, so that's how I look at my role later on. I do mostly just follow the guide for the items because I didn't really do much research into this guy before, but you know, he's a strength hero. I like the idea of building his strength, makes him quite a bit tankier. He's sort of going to be in the middle of the fights once they start. Theoretically, I could, you know, jump in there, either stealthed on my own power, or by using a teleport effect of some kind, or even using an additional stealth generating item. All of these things just to make sure I get good initiations. Oh, I thought Omni Knight was in trouble there. I was like, oh god, there's two of them, but no, it's just an illusion, and she's going to sacrifice one of them. And that's that, but ooh, too bad I don't have quite enough mana here. I will have enough for a snare, and if we wait 20 seconds, I'd have enough for my ultimate right about when it comes off cooldown. We may be able to get the Enchantress, but it looks like no. I think I'm going to take over mid again, and yeah, ask Omni to go back. He's probably gotten a decent amount of farm, because this Enchantress was terrible. It's like, oh, go ahead and get your items. There we go, finally get a rank in my queue. So I do have the opportunity to do a stealth attack, and now my cooldown is up. I don't have enough mana to use a couple of spells, but I could ult someone if the opportunity presents itself, and I still have a TP. Great, right, because I bought it from the side shop. Quite a bit of harass there. I was like, holy crap, you're starting to hurt. She doesn't even have much in the way of items. I think she's just got 3 circlets or something. I do check at some point here if my recollection is correct. Apparently not yet. Try to get some XP. I'm letting myself passively recharge, but you can see my health is going up extremely quickly. The passive does a lot, and it is a flat amount of health. It's not percentage based, so early on it's hugely significant. Later on, the regen component isn't that critical, but the armor always helps. It just makes you kind of generally tougher. But I love the idea of that early sustain. I think if you're stronger in general, you might skip the passive for a long time or forever. I don't know. Maybe Treant's not considered a good character at higher levels of play. I'm not sure. You know, and you might favor like the stealth or the snare early on for some early ganks. But for a new player, yeah, just pile on that E and just get off good ultimates with your R and GG, game over. Like in low level, like pub type play. Oh, I think some mids were called. We're definitely looking to gank bottom, but we don't know where they've gone.
Do not provoke me.
Just going to wait here. Oh, there we go. They've reappeared. Excellent. Time to go a ganking. Doop, doop, doop. In fact, I don't think I'm even going to be needed here. Oh, no, there's the silencer back again. And I should be able to ult these guys both. No, only get the silencer. That's too bad. Hopefully they can get, what's her name? Siren? The mermaid. There we go, and we're going to be able to get 2. I even get a kill from that. Fan-freaking-tastic. No assist, I think, for me on the first hero, which is too bad. But that's alright. Now we've got a 3-0 lead. 1 kill for me, and probably 2 on Bounty Hunter. And that is not a bad way to keep feeding those kills. Run through the river here to check to see if there's a rune. There's not. It'd be nice to get some wards. I ping top. Like, there's probably still something there. I realize that the next rune is spawning in 15 seconds from now, but I thought, it feels like the sort of game that people may not be picking those things up, so they may be sitting around. And what I really need at this point, I think, are some arcane boots. I suspect, if I remember, that's what I get next. And it does seem like a pretty solid item on this guy. I'm not going to be getting any other items that regenerate mana. And my spells are relatively expensive. So, like, if I use both my snare and my ultimate, that's pretty much my entire mana pool. So, getting those arcane boots are always helpful. And I mean, they're good on everyone all the time. This is a tough decision. Putting extra ranks in Nature's Guide, guys, doesn't really seem to change much other than the amount of time I can stay stealth. So I did put a second one in here. It brings me up from 15 seconds to 30 seconds. But unless I'm reading the ability wrong, and I have to look at it again, I don't feel like there's a lot of value in going up any higher than that with any degree of hurry. I suppose it is nice for just scouting around, snooping around, that sort of thing, but 30 seconds is a really long time to be stealthed. And mostly I'm going to be capped by being around trees. So again, I might be remembering the ability wrong. I'll have to look at it again. Right, and I just have to go to the side shop for that, which I think is what I'm figuring out now. I'm like, oh, okay, good. I'll go and pick that up shortly. Get some mana.
Good time.
My health pool has grown quite a bit, and yet still, the amount of regen I'm getting from 3 ranks in my passive, not even capped out, is still really, really notable. And it's going to get stronger. I don't know, I guess it gets weaker as my health pool increases, but I'm going to be adding on more strength, so I'm going to be getting more and more passive regen, so overall it'll keep working pretty well. I don't know. I like it for the early game. I like it a lot, and then, like, there's not a whole lot of skill involved. Actually, I figure, what the heck, I'm going to pick that up before someone else does, and make sure I'm maxed out here, and let's go to the top. See, I try to stealth myself there, and it's like, really? I'm not in range of any trees? Really? Seems crap. I think I'm waiting for my stealth to go again. The SS. Am I going to go around? I guess I'm going to go through the woods. I figure, A, people are missing, and B, if I'm in the woods, at least I can stealth.
Yes, yes.
There it goes. So now I'm cloaked. Well, it's 2-second fade time, but now I should be fine, assuming I don't walk more than the magic number of pixels away from the trees. So yeah, I can see, like, this stealth duration is really long. Oh, hello. And someone's keeping in to help. Oh, and I've been spotted at this point. Oh, right, the silence on the hit sucks, but I should still be able to get them both in an ult right here. There we are. Good stuff. I don't know if the ultimate was strictly necessary, but it couldn't hurt, and whatever, it makes me feel good. He's got a... Oh yeah, this guy juked really well, actually. The guy playing Warlock was kind of a pain in the ass this game. He had a few good spells that he got off at times, and that juke wasn't terrible. It seems hard to him to actually get away. Wow, a lot of reinforcements, actually. Does he get away here? Holy crap. And we're so focused on him. The other people are putting in some beats. I'm a little bit low. Or no, that's not me that's low. I should be fine. I've just stealthed myself. I've just broken my own stealth. I got enough health and toughness here. I think I can slow these guys down a little bit. Apparently I'm attacking minions. Now Ricky's still around here. I'm a little bit nervous. I'm going to try to just stealth again and hopefully not break it this time and escape. Now there's enough of us here. If they keep chasing...
All ones will break.
No, we're just going to run off. Alright. Still pretty well executed. 6-2 scores. Nothing too shabby about that.
I believe I will.
I don't have the greatest farm in the universe, but I've got a fair amount of money. I'm just happy. Once I get my arcane boots, I'm perfectly pleased as punched. In fact, then I don't really know what to do next. It's like, oh, they recommend drum and endurance. Like, oh, well, that's a cute item. That's fine. Sure. Oh, and it builds off the bracers. That's right. I was like, yeah, this all sounds good. You know, I don't know if it's quite the core item that they make it out to be necessarily. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. Looks like I'm gonna die here. And being unable to stealth. Oh, I might. Oh, no! Stealth! Oh, took too long to fade. I got the spell off, but that's a shame. Are these guys gonna be able to turn anything around? No. Looks like it's just one person here. Not going to be quite enough. Come on, rubber ducky. Don't die. To a warlock golem. So yeah, I had a fail there. Yeah, tower's taking a lot of damage. With fortification is up, may as well send it off. And actually, it looks like that's going to be enough to save the tower by just enough time. Oh, hello. I love the graphics on the gyrocopter guy here. I think this was the first time I've seen him in a Dota game, in a Dota 2 game, and I love the shape on his bombs and all that. And we might be able to push the top tower here. I mean, they're all missing. No, there's one guy bot. We're kind of together. I should really run through the woods at this point and do a check to see if anyone's waiting to trap us. But one person dead and one at the bottom. We're actually in a really, really good position here to put in some pain. No, it looks like we've pulled away. No, Gyro's still here. Okay. I have my ult. I think that's part of the reason I feel so very confident. If there's a fight that breaks off here, I can ult. Come on, get back on the tower. Yeah, I know it was indestructible for a second, but it's not now. There we go.
Your middle tower is under attack.
8-3, and the tower advantage. Actually, it's tied. I hadn't realized we lost the tier 1 tower at bottom. I suggest it's maybe time to go back at this point. Still a lot of missing people who might be looking to do something. Throwing out some stealths on other people. Look how much of a team player I am. And really, I should be purchasing an item now, just in case I die. As well, I'll have a completed bracer. Ah, that was enough to break stealth? Really? That range is ridiculously short. Some nice damage on here. Some of these guys, I guess it's the bounty hunter has all the damage? It would make sense, but because that tower is actually going down relatively quickly. I think I'm doing a check here. Oh, I saw someone in the bushes, or the ward saw someone in the bushes. There you go, I broke the stealth again. I'm like, how? At this point, I'm getting frustrated. I'm like, how short range are these stupid tree things? I gotta actually hug the trees non-stop.
On to the next grove.
Oh, I'll figure it out at some point. Oh, I'm pretty sure she's going to drop here. There we go. Re-stealthed. Not that it's really necessary. Get the snare off. And that's all she wrote. Oh, there's Ricky's here too. Good. I should ult. I don't know if I got Ricky. He is stealthed again. I'm not sure. I don't like tanking the tower, but it looks like we're fine. And now Bounty Hunter's on a mega kill. Yeah. That's never a good thing. If ever that happens in a pub game, you're pretty much done. Because, hello, Siren. Wow. The snare, a little bit of damage, a little bit of healing buff, and all of a sudden I think I realize, oh, am I overextended? No, I'm not. I should have stayed in that fight, actually. There is no reason for me to run there. I misread the situation. I misread how many people were present. I thought there was a lot more of them and a lot fewer of us. But then I do make up for it by running in again. And dropping another snare, I guess. And then running out. Like, I have health. I should be sitting there auto-attacking and doing a hell of a lot more. The siren music is actually kind of cute. There we go, buying some items. I'm a little low on mana, but I do have... I hope I'm not going to spend it on the golem. Nope. I've never played Warlock in Dota 2. I've played him a few times in Dota 1. Actually, I like him a lot. He seems pretty good. But I don't know, like, something about him, I don't think he fits my style very well. Even though he can be very, very kind of supportish. I think a lot of people play him that way. I don't know. I don't like having to control his minion and stuff. I think that's part of the problem. So what am I looking for here? Oh, I think I'm looking to see if the bracelet upgrades to anything else, and I don't believe it does. So I should just probably finish off this item. Ultimate ready, and as soon as it is, like, that's the thing. Ideally, when you're playing the Treant Protector here, you kind of want to have a team fight every 10 seconds, or every 120 seconds, whatever my cooldown is. Whenever it's up, initiate a team fight, try to get a kill. Nice missile, looks like it landed on someone. I'm still hiding. Oops. Gyro was hiding for a second. Should actually be preserving my mana at this point. Omni Knight's not there, but we're still in a really good position. Bounty Hunter gets a great initiation there from stealth, gets a great kill off. There we go, a snare, hold these guys down. I'm auto-attacking minions, because sure, that seems like the thing to do. There we go, get another slow on the Warlock. And again with the juking, this guy, like, not bad. I wouldn't mind having him on my team. He's a little bit crippled by the fact that the rest of his team has been kind of abused. The Enchantress is definitely not top form, and then we fed our main carry, so what can you do after that? I love that bomb. Look at that. Boom! Nice stun, and finish her off easily. Hey, I got the kill. Low, kill steal. I mean, not really. I wanted to make sure that it was just, you know, she went down. That was the most important thing. You know, when in doubt, just make sure there is a kill. I know people get cranky about kill stealing, and there's a lot to be said about feeding your carry types, but at a certain point, you're just like, listen, I just want to make sure they die. Not like I even care about getting the kill necessarily. I'd like to get in there, make sure I get an assist. That feels good at least. Buying some items. Silencer's really good. It's a very, very good hero, and I should get used to playing him because he can turn the tide of things so well. It will really save the day. Ricky's coming after me, but I'm not too concerned because I can stealth. Having the courier come in there is a little bit risky. It's like, great, I've stealthed. They're not going to hit me anymore. They can kill our courier. That would be bad. Oops, broke my stealth accidentally. Luckily, the cooldown on it's really short. I'm gonna stealth here, and then I walk there, and it's like, really? That doesn't count as trees along that little path? What a pain in the ass. I'm a little worried that Riku's still following me. Yeah, I'm gonna stealth one more time. And see about defending our tower here. Yeah, see now I'm mousing over the Q, and I see the radius. I'm like, oh, that's the radius. Now I understand. Yeah, that's really short. Golem, Enchantress is there. Riku might be around. Riku? I don't know how you say it. Or is it Ricky? No, I think it's Riku. And I snare a minion because I'm so pro. And I'm like, it's only one person, but I guess I'll ult. And I think she's probably going to get away. Because, I'll have enough mana for my snare in a second, but this is a long chase. There we go, there's a snare, but I'm not sure we're going to be able to get anything. That is still a really, really long chase. Like, alright, that's enough. I call it out on voice chat, but not everyone's on voice chat. Looks like Bounty Hunter's still in there chasing down. Yeah, but he's in pretty good shape. He can take some of those risks. How does a Siren multiply? Does she have a multiply ability? Or did she... I don't think she had a Ruin bottled. Does she have a Geomancer's Bane? Or actually, is that what it's called in this? I don't know. I'm probably missing something super obvious simply because I've never played the Naga Siren or something. Maybe she does have an illusion power built in. Moving my items around. I could probably do with pitching away a few of these.
I believe I will.
Well, then go ahead and do it then if you're sure you're going to do that.
What is
At this point, we should probably have a discussion of whether Dota 2 should have a concede function. The original Dota didn't, but partially I think because it didn't really need it, people could sort of just leave. Well, in the built-in game without any penalty. I don't know if some of the variant sort of matchmaking lobby servers had leaver penalties. But, you know, more or less you could go without penalty, and I'm going to die there. How embarrassing. But the other MOBAs have the ability to concede. After a certain amount of time, you can put up a vote, and if people all agree, or after a certain amount of time, they don't all have to agree, but the majority agree, to concede, then the game will just end. Because it kind of sucks when a game is obviously lost to have to play it out right to the end. And of course, in Dota 2, if you just leave, then you get a leaver status and eventually get placed in a... Oh, it is Ricky, not Riku. You eventually get placed in a low priority queue, and then, you know, good luck getting a game within a half an hour. So that really sucks. And so really, you do have to stay up until the bitter end, even if it's obvious that the game is over. So it's pretty depressing, but then how do you actually resolve the issue? Is it bad for morale if you have the votes and then people start voting like the second, you know, something goes vaguely bad? Because we've all been there, we've all seen some amazing comebacks at time. How do you balance out keeping morale high and encouraging people to stay until the very end against not having it be really annoying when the game is obviously over? And I don't know what the solution to that is. Personally, I like having a concede button. You know, I think, well, okay, one of the other arguments with Dota is because of the idea that there's more possibility for someone to snowball and come in late in the game, right? You could be behind early on. You know, you could be 10 kills behind. That might be a bit much, but I don't know, like 10-5 early on. But you have a much better late game composition. So as long as you hang in there for 20-30 minutes, you know, up until the 20-30 minute mark of the game, then everything's going to turn around because at some point your carries are going to come into their own and you're just going to start dominating the game. So I don't know what the solution there is, but I feel like there should be some sort of concede function. I don't know. I guess people just have to be intelligent to a certain extent. And make those decisions and look at the composition and say, no, it's not everything is lost. And you do need a pretty overwhelming majority. I like in Han, I think at first you need a I think it needs to be unanimous at first, unless I'm mistaken. And then after, I don't know, 20 minutes or so, then it drops to 4 out of 5 or 3 out of 5, somewhere around there. So that's probably a good compromise. Omni Knight activated an illusion rune. There's not a whole lot to talk about in the game at this point, because I don't see them pulling off a comeback. They're just much, much less organized. And it's not just the kill lead that is the thing. We just have, well, let's say, we actually don't have that many more towers. We are, we've lost 3 towers, and they've lost 4. We're going to get another kill or 2 here, so that's good. Apparently I accidentally stealthed myself instead of, like, actually engaging properly here. There we are. But I feel like we've got more of our gold concentrated in the right place. If I was playing this from the replay, it would be really interesting to pull up the gold log and to see how things are like there. Because you could be behind in kills, but still be ahead in overall money if people on your team have gotten more farm. It also helps if your money is concentrated on just 1 or 2 heroes, as opposed to spread out over your whole team. Like, if we could throw all our money at just Bounty Hunter and let him carry us, that would be really, really good. And I think that's more what's happened here. Bounty Hunter just keeps getting fed and fed. What can anyone do about that? So we should be pushing into the base now and probably... Oh yeah, that tower, that's right. It was almost dead from the first push. The one where I died because I didn't run away quickly enough. Let's go after the melee racks. Keep spamming my arcane boots as much as possible. I got lots of money right now. I'd love to finish the Heart of the Trask. I think that would be... It's kind of a goofy item. It's not, you know... I don't think there's... Most characters don't really like, oh, the Heart of the Trask is like a core item that makes my entire build. It just seems like the sort of thing that is nice. It's just so expensive that I don't know if it's like that. They're probably more important items to get first. But it always seems like a lot of fun to me. I like it. It makes me tough because I'm used to playing really squishy characters, so when I get the opportunity to not be squishy, I like to not be as squishy as much as possible. So it seems fine. Then maybe there's some other item I should look for Treant Protector first. You know, maybe I should get something with a teleport effect built in, something like that. Like a Blink Dagger. Probably on a better, like if this were a better match, like higher rated people, slightly more organized team, then getting the Blink Dagger to initiate would probably be the way to go. Because I can't guarantee that I can get into it with stealth. Want a Roshan? Yeah, it looks like they're going to do that. I might just stay here and push a little bit. Yeah, I really don't have a whole lot of like ability to push, actually. It's funny because in Han, this character, because he's got those Treants, is a monstrously good pusher. Ah! Stupid levels of silence. Both a silencer and a Ricky. Get the hell out of there. Good job, Gyro. Oh, he did lose. That's too bad. Or he did die, rather. A lot of people there. But meanwhile, rest of the team's just picking up Roshan. Giving them a little vision up here. Everything is fine. He goes down. We get a little extra money. Looks like someone dropped the town portal scroll to make some room. Yeah, Bounty Hunter with the H's, that's pretty good. Not bad. Not bad at all. So that the Warlock ability is kind of cool, right? That's the lifelink. When someone takes damage, it spreads across everyone. And I know that it is very, very strong from my experience with it before. But I think I always had like, you know, when's the best time to use it? I guess you use it when there's going to be a lot of AoE and a lot of coordinated actions. I really should give Warlock another try in Dota 2 since it's been ages since I've played him. Actually, what I should be doing is spending some money. Well, I think I'm going to bring the commentary to the end. I don't think there's a whole lot left for me to say. So, whoa, looks like I'm going to get killed here. I will let the game play out to the end, but I'm going to sign off here, and see you guys next time. Bye-bye, folks.
I suppose. Illusion. Oh, no.
structures are fortified.
Of course. Where is the threat?
The enemy's top tower has fallen.
Purified. What's this? I suppose. Just for that. I'm under attack. Blessings. On to the next.
Another fugitive. Brought to justice. All right.
A tree killed you. A tree.
For justice.
Oh, very well. I'll not be rushed. Yes. I believe I will. Haste. Oh, very well. I don't like that.
Healing shock.
Gradually. Not yet. Yes. Double kill.
A bargain basement bounty.
Yes. Such impatience. Yes. Oh, I don't
The enemy's
see why
middle tower
not.
has fallen.
You'll fetch a high price.
The enemy's top tower has fallen.
Be well.
Do not provoke me.
The enemy's top barracks has fallen.
Be careful where you wander. Where is the threat?
The enemy's middle tower has fallen.